invite the Alpine Highnesses of the Summit, Amalric and Z, into their court.
Summit! Shield your eyes from the blinding brilliance, nay, gaze in wonder at the unearthly glory of the Tlatuca of these Griffin lands, pinnacles of strength and inspiration, their Alpine Highnesses, Prince Amalric and Tlatucapili D.
Their Majesties invite the Baron and Baroness of Adiantum, Brynjar and Isis into their court.
We've got her. We got her.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I saw something shiny on the way. I had stopped. It was floral, really beautiful. It really was. I think it was a blue tarantula. Maybe it's a lizard.
Their Majesties invite the Baroness of Tara Pomaria, Anna Elizabeth, into their court.
Her Excellency Adiantum comes forth now, like Irwin bearing the golden apples of the gods, to bring joy and
Execution.
I apologize. Good morning. Adiantum. So, will of course later on be absorbed into the greater Vishwanavi.
Sorry for that.
Thank you so much. You guys said it was all good.
It's all good until just now. We'll have him taken care of.
Thank you.
I say it's hair green, but there's no hair. Oh, sorry.
Their Majesties invite the Baron and Baroness of Glenupin, Pierce and Melisandria into their court.
In southern lands comes the starry pantheon. Yes, indeed. We are the pantheon. We are the pantheon.
My friends.
Please take your comfort and be seated.
Yeah.
Hear now the words of their Majesties. Will hear words great. Their Majesties now give leave to the Principality of the Summit to conduct business in their court.
Here now opens the court of Prince Amalric and Tlatucapili Z. Your Highnesses, have you any words for these your people?
Yes, yes. I want to say on this glorious day, we look forward to our future as the coronets of the summits. It's been wonderful so far, and we're looking forward into the future for many years to come. Thank you all for being here today and attending their majesties. It'll be a wonderful, wonderful reign. Oh, wait. Thanks for coming. We'll be around after.
Sabotage!
We'll be around.
Regicide!
I do want to say something. There are some people that will want to see us afterward because we're going to read some things into court today. Please come and see me and Z so that we can give you the tokens later. After this court, you'll know who we're talking about. Thank you. What should I mention right now?
It's been great, guys.
I do want to say one other thing about it being great. I've been I've had other hats before, and it's been wonderful. But I have never had the opportunity to do this with Z before. And Z was new to this role, and we had our struggles in moving forward. But I have to say that Z has learned so much and did such a fantastic job. I couldn't be prouder of my prince, and I couldn't have done this reign without Z here at my side, holding my hand, being my love, and that won't stop after we step down. Woo! So okay, what do we have in court? As Prince and Tlatoquepili of the Summits, we believe Black Lives Matter.
First Nation lives matter.
Trans lives matter.
Women's rights are human rights.
No human is illegal.
Love is love.
And kindness is everything. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging are the bedrock of our principality. Oh, interesting. The actions we take as a community and the words we speak to ourselves and to others matter.
They help to create a safe environment where everyone can be their full, true, and authentic selves.
When people feel respected and included, they can be more creative, innovative, and successful.
We are all more resilient,
passionate, and understanding when everyone is seen, heard, and valued. We commit to you to make resources available, to listen to all, to work towards changes, to support our populace, and to use our privilege to create space for other voices. Bullying and harassment will not be tolerated. And I'll stand by these words after we're not standing up here.
Their Highnesses command the presence of Taryn Destinga.
Taryn, the work that you do in your barony and in the principality does not go unnoticed. And though you have received this kind of an award before, we wanted to reiterate and make sure that those of the populace understand that the work that you put in is well-deserved, and we respect that. And we would like you to have this award.
The foundation of our principality rests within the three virtues which make up the symbol of our great lands. Without the everlasting mountains, there would be none to stand tall, even in the dead of night when there is work still to be done. Thus, Taryn Destinga, do we, Amalric and Z, Griffin Coronets of the Summits, grant unto you the Grail of the Summits in recognition of your enduring service to our lands. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and sealed this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
We have our charter here, designed by Lucrezia de Alanis, calligraphy by Janara Winswift, and illuminated by Moirin O'Cleary. Yep, there you go. Like a little farther than I'm used to.
For the newest recipient of the Grail for service, a joyous noise! Your Highnesses, the Eggles event steward has words to share with the populace.
I'm confused. What event is this?
Eggles.
This isn't Eggles. I'm confused.
This is an announcement about a future event.
Oh, cool.
Because we have a lot of people here.
Bring them forth.
Their Highnesses invite the Eggles event steward.
The stewards for Eggles would like to invite all of you to come to Eggles this year, where we will have wonderful experiences with chivalry as a focus in the old way. We will have prizes that will be handmade by local artisans. We will have beautiful woodworks and fabric works. And I was supposed to have the prize for the costume contest here, and I failed to obtain that in time. My apologies, but you can find it online. I'll have it at other events to show you the beautiful things you can win by competing at Eagles. We will have contests for brewing and costuming, and of course, in all of the combats, the archeries, so many beautiful things occurring. We want to invite all of you to come, tell your friends, bring your friends. This is your steward reminding you, Eagles is coming, and you don't want to miss it. Thank you.
Their Highnesses request Esha Kittlinger to come forth.
So, no, you don't even have to kneel. We're high enough above you that if you'd like to lean on the cushion, you may. So you've done quite a bit in the arts and sciences arena, and there are a lot of charters that have been painted, and we want to recognize that with a grail for ANS. We thank you for the work that you've put in, the personality that you've put into the artwork that you've done yourself, and we thank you so much.
The laurel wreath of the summits has long been a symbol of our artisans, whose hands enrich the beauty of our realm. Know all to whom these presents shall come that we, Amalric and Z, Griffin Coronets, do wish to recognize outstanding devotion to the arts and sciences. Therefore, we present unto our subject, Esha Kittlinger, the Grail of the Summits, as a token of their artistic skill. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
We have this charter designed by Kathleen Allen, calligraphy by Kathleen Allen, illuminated by Mirabelle Hunt.
For the newest recipient of the Grail of the Summits, hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah!
So at this point, this is the part that I was talking about earlier. I'm not going to have everybody come up right now, but we're going to read your names in. And I just want to explain that this is for the Griffin's Paw for during our reign. The Griffin's Paws that we have here were made by me. And I want to point out that they are imprinted with a Griffin's paw. That would be the back paw of a Griffin because the front is eagle's claws, right? So this paw is going to be a representation of the steps that you've taken with us during our reign. For many of the people that are in my household that are receiving these, it's not easy being in a household with somebody who's reigning, and the extra work that you guys have put in is well appreciated. And the people that aren't in my household, that goes for you as well, double, because you're not already sworn in fealty to me for that. So thank you all so much for the work that you've done with us for these Griffin's Paws. And now an illustrious list.
So it was upon the final day of the reign of William Joffrey the Rogue and Nadezhda Volinskaya in the 38th year of our society that His Highness felt it was necessary and right to honor those who had been of special service to him during his reign. Thus, he established the award of the Griffin's Paw, and it shall be the right of the coronets who ascend to the Alpine throne by right of arms to be given at their pleasure as a token of appreciation and honor to select gentles deemed worthy. The token shall include a paw print, customized as the Griffin coronet desires. Today, in this tradition, Prince Amalric is pleased to grant entry into the Order of the Griffin's Paw unto Esha Kittlinger, Runi Kotek Hausmirke, Constanza de Valencia, Antoine Alalong d'Or, and Mina de Filia Philippe. For the newest recipients of the Griffin's Paw, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Their Highnesses call for Paul of Beckenham to present himself before the throne.
Paul, since your entry back into Ontier, I've been pleased to get to know you much better than I knew you before. The service that you've provided for us during this reign and the work that you've done for the Shire as well has not gone unnoticed. And for that, we present you with a grail of service.
Know all the arms of our fair principality. The mountain stands for enduring service. Paul of Beckenham, your service to our principality shows the virtue of the hills. Therefore, at this time, we grant unto you the token of the Grail of the Summits. There are signed with pride, done by our hand and seal, this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
We have this one designed by Morgan Woodsend. You might know them. Calligraphy by Kathleen Allen. And I think it says Soraya did the illumination. Thank you.
For the newest recipient of the Service Grail, a joyous noise. Their Highnesses request Seamus O'Kelly to come forth.
Busted.
Spin.
Wow. You too can learn to make beautiful garb and wear it well.
I didn't make it.
I did say wear it well. So there's been a lot going on for you, and the work that you do in arts, even though you didn't make this garb, the work that you do in arts is vast, and the support that you give other people that work in the arts area is vast. And I believe you may already have one of these. However, I wanted to reiterate for all the work that you've been doing with the university and everything else that we appreciate the work you're doing, and we want you to have this award.
And even if you have a shiny hat, you can still be recognized.
The foundation of our principality rests within three virtues which make up the symbol of our great lands. Without the fair laurel wreath, there would be none to enrich our lands through the beauty of their art. Thus, Seamus O'Kelly, do we, Amaric and Z, Griffin Coronets, grant unto you the Grail of the Summits in recognition of your artistic skills. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
We've got this one designed, calligraphy, and illuminated by Kathleen Allen.
For the newest recipient of the ANS Grail, 3 cheers. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Their Highnesses invite their Excellencies, Waylon and Ayla, into their presence.
I know you've had enough of our presence, haven't you?
Thank you all for coming today. If you notice in the back left of court, or back right for you all, is a basket auction that is going to the Summit's Chamberlain's office and the Regalia Fund, because we have some pieces of regalia that are wearing out, sadly, and we definitely need to replace them. First on the docket, we're going to have new travel thrones, hopefully within the next year. We already have had several fundraisers for that, and we're going to just continue this all through next year so we can continue to upgrade and update all of our regalia as we see things need to be changed out and replaced. So sometime during the day, if you could walk back there and you could peruse the amazing baskets. There's how many of them?
Ainsley, how many are we up to?
18 baskets, all with amazing handcrafted items in there, and please just peruse, and if you see something you like, please put a bid in. It will go to a very good cause.
So the auction is officially open right now. It will go until 5 p.m. Sorry, ready?
Got excited.
All of them, everything is a silent auction except for the basket donated by Seamus O'Kelly, which will be live auctioned by Antoine in evening court. So it is back there for you to ogle from now until then. I hope you all brought your coin purses.
Moving forward, I'm going to need a lot of artisans, leather workers, seamstress. We have banners that we need to make, woodworkers. So if you have some time and you have inclination to make amazing regalia, please reach out to me on the Book of Faces or the internets, and we'll see what you can contribute.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
For the currently displayed and soon to be demonstrated generosity of the summits, a joyous noise. Their illustrious highnesses summon Ulfgeir Bjornsson to present themselves in court.
So, Ulfgeir, the Shire has needed someone. You were there for them. You've always been busy since you found the SCA. We just hope that you can find enough time to put on armor and fight with us as well. But in the meantime, I'd like to present you with this service grail.
The foundation of our principality rests within the three virtues which make up the symbol of our great lands. Without the everlasting mountains, there would be none to stand tall, even in the dead of night when there is still work to be done. Thus, Ulfgeir Bjornsson, do we, Amalric and the Griffin Coronets of the Summits, grant unto you the Grail of the Summits in recognition of your enduring service to our lands. There are signed with pride, done by our hand and seal, this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
We have this one illuminated by Allison McPherson.
I know her.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't for the recent recipient.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's noise.
For the most recent recipient of the service grail, please, a joyous noise.
It always makes it better with a big delay. Anticipation.
Also, explaining the joke.
It does.
Could you explain that?
I live but to serve, Your Highness.
And we're about to talk about his pause. I will take a moment to talk about my barbaries that we designed. Got the Aztec calendar, our silver barbaries inside. We've done them on leather. The work of Amorc and Eirik. He made it today. Don't know. And expressing my gratitude, but I like to do it privately. So what God means. Roll on up, y'all.
In the days when Dublin ruled as Prince of the Summits, Kate, his princess, wished to honor those who had been of special service to her during her reign. She established the award of the Evergreen, to be given by the Griffin consorts of the Summits at their pleasure. Today, in this tradition, Plato Capilizi is pleased to grant entry into the Order of the Silver Barbary to these good gentles. Eirik Tyriksen, Esha Kittlinger, Barak Gunterson, Morgan Woodson of Houghton, and Paul of Beckenham. Also, Mina de Filia Philippe, Colette Latrouvert, and Elsa Van Orek. For the newest recipients of the Silver Barbary, 3 cheers! Hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah!
You all have to clap.
Their Highnesses invite Nibel Martin to attend them.
There's the
Nope. Yes, we do.
We're going to read in the award for Nibel. The mountains of the Summits have long been a symbol of enduring service throughout our lands. Therefore, proclaim to all that we, Amalric and Z, Griffin Coronets of the Summits, being inspired by the example set for us and our subjects, by Nibel Martin, through their contribution to the glory of our principality, do invoke our right to recognize their service by awarding them the Grail of the Summits. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal, this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59. For the newest recipient of the Service Grail, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Their Highnesses command Kathleen Allen to present themselves.
All right, but just this once. Maybe next time.
If you haven't heard Kathleen Allen's name enough today, you'll hear it a little more probably.
In cloistered halls, hidden from sight, are the unsung heroes of any coronet's reign. For in the dim candlelight, with backs hunched over, ink-stained fingers, and eyes strained, are the beautiful works of art created, which the coronet awards to a deserving populace. Thus, it is for tremendous such labors and feats of fortitude, with quill and brush, does the Griffin Coronet recognize the service of their subject, Kathleen Allen, with entrance into the Order of the Argent Quill. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59. For the newest recipient of the Argent Quill, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Their Highnesses request Osney Brunsdotter to come forth.
We're just making sure you get your steps in today.
I know you were just up here, but it's funnier this way.
Simple.
So there's been a lot of work going on to make sure that work like this gets done. And Osney, this reign, took unto herself the chore of helping to manage all of the scroll work that needed to be done. And though that is a service unto itself, we're also recognizing you for the art that you've done in that regard. And so we give you this, wait, it's not the right way, Grail.
Know all the arms of our fair principality. The laurel wreath is the symbol of our artisans. The mountain stands for enduring service. Osney Brunsdotter, your craft and skill aspires to the sign of the laurel. Therefore, at this time, we grant unto you the token of the Grail of the Summits. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
Kathleen Allen's work. Shocker. And this one was illuminated by Ayla Z. Tavora.
For the newest recipient of the Grail of the Summits, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Do this? Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about it. So, again, there are many people who serve the coronets, and there are people that deserve recognition from the people that are sitting the thrones to those people. We call that the throne's favor. And we're going to have these names read in. And again, for those that are here, please meet us afterwards so that we can have private words with you, because you need some talking to.
It is not through martial skill and personal effort alone that the coronets of the summits rule, but through wise counsel and ceaseless efforts of those with whom they surround themselves. There are those among the populace of the summits whose tireless efforts and special service to the throne are worthy of praise and recognition. Therefore we, Amalric and Z, wish to bestow a throne's favor upon the following individuals: Tyrek Magnuson, Osney Brunsdotter, Bjorn Hammerhand, Gawain Lavourer, Escher Kittlinger, Runi Koter Hausmirker, Ulfgeir Bjornsson, Barak Guntersen, Godwin Reynard, Morgan Woodsend of Houghton, Paul of Beckenham, and Colette Latrouver. For the recipients of the throne's favor, a joyous noise!
thanks to all the recipients of that award.
Their Highnesses have business with Fergus the Red Son of Mome.
Don't bump your head on that thing.
Fergus the Red Son of Mome.
Did we say it right? I gave him the guidance. So. He's still as tall as me on these evenings. So Fergus, when I came to the Shire of Mountain Edge 20-something years ago, 20 or so years ago, there was a small group of fighters in the Shire. And there was one guy that always made sure that the fight practices could be official because you took on the work of being the marshal. And for at least those 20 years, you've always come back, even when you weren't fighting anymore, to marshal at Acorn War for the Shire. This kind of service has been missed for you for too long, and therefore we're giving you this award today.
Know all the arms of our fair principality. The mountain stands for enduring service. Fergus the Red Son of Mom, your service to our principality shows the virtue of the hills. Therefore at this time we grant unto you the token of the Grail of the Summits. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
We have this one designed by Morgan, as I recognize it, and no idea who eliminated it, but it looks great. Yeah, I'm gonna let you stand before I try them.
For the newest recipient of the Grail of the Summits, hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Their Highnesses command the presence of the Captain of Cats, Alejandro Romero.
Wait, did we take precautions?
He is your precaution.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You're inviting the precautions.
Sometimes take precautions for precautions. When you have a dangerous weapon, sometimes you have to make sure that there's protection in place. Oh, thanks.
He's holding on to that for the minute.
Yeah, hold on to that.
Why precautions?
So I have to say that we don't always get to live as close to the people that serve in roles of champion and defender as much as we'd like to. And in this case, I got to glean knowledge, and hopefully will continue to be able to glean knowledge from our Captain of Cats for all this time. And the fighting style that you've taught me, and the let's just say equalization that you've done to allow me to be somewhat competitive with you when we're doing fighting has been awesome. And I feel like I've learned a lot in fighting rapier with you. And so I thank you for that. But
Hold that for me.
I will hold this for you.
Swift and sharp is the arrow. Sharp is the sword. But none is as quick and agile as the rapier fighter. You have proven to be the champion amongst all and a master of the rapier. Today we invite you, Alejandro Romero, to become a member of the Order of the Blade and Buckler. May it be known to all from this day forward that you have held a great title and brought glory and honor to that title. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
Before you retire, we have one final task to charge you with. Worthy and vigilant has been your service to us. Our heirs will need to be just as well guarded. We task you now with finding a worthy successor to your station.
Gladly, I accept this charge.
For the newest member of the Order of the Blade and Buckler, 3 cheers! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah!
I'm holding on to it because it's gorgeous. Moira O'Cleary did this one just for you, and it's stunning. Thank you so much for your service.
While enjoying their time amongst their populace last night, their resplendent highnesses awarded the following awards: a Griffin's Paw, a Silver Barbary, and Throne's Favor to Andrew the Unseen, Mava Intrigby, Layla of Mountain's Edge, Cedric Helmbreaker, and Adrian von Brandenburg. For the recipients of these awards, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Their Highnesses respectfully call forth the companions of the Rose and Valorous Estates.
Is there a representative to speak for the recipient and to call them forth?
Call them forth. Your Highness,
Would you please do me such an honor?
with your permission,
Please.
would you like them to be called first or words?
Whatever you deem of most importance. You've seen this done.
Would you call them?
Absolutely. Their Highnesses request the presence of Jacob Redborn.
Their Highnesses have requested that I speak on behalf of this individual. The belated Barberry is awarded to an individual who the companions of the Valorous Estate and Rose know to be an exemplar of courtesy. As indicated by this membership of good royal cousins, courtesy takes many forms and inhabits many aspects of the SCA. You, Honorable Jacob, are a stalwart standard bearer of courtesy in so many ways. The courtesy you extend to those who play more on the fringe, creating space and providing guidance to them, makes this game stronger. The courtesy you bring when diffusing and navigating difficult situations is a quality of which even those most graceful are in awe. Your courtesy in offering your steadfast service, your courtesy to the volunteers under your supervision, your courtesy on the field of combat. You, Jacob, are an exemplar of courtesy.
I've designed this one
Thank you,
myself.
Grace.
Cut it, hand painted it. Be my honor to carry that for us. Thank you.
For the courtesy and the recipient of the belated Barberry, a joyous noise.
So much.
The order has their Highnesses' permission to retire. The Griffin Coronets have need of Faradoc McTraylin in this court.
Paradox, there are many people who know your worth in this principality and in this kingdom of Volunteer. And I want to let people know how much we've appreciated the work that you put in. And we wanted to represent that appreciation with this grail.
The foundation of our principality rests within the three virtues which make up the symbol of our great lands. Without the everlasting mountains, there would be none to stand tall, even in the dead of night, when there is still work to be done. Thus, Faradoc McTraylin McDomangert, do we, Amalric and Z, Griffin Coronets of the Summits, grant unto you the Grail of the Summits in recognition of your enduring service to our lands. Bear our sign with pride, done by our hand and seal this 14th day of December, Anno Societatis 59.
We have this one illuminated by Bruin Celestia Windhaven of the Southmart Shire.
For the newest recipient of the Grail of the Summits, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Their Highnesses call for Layla of Mountain's Edge to come forth.
Lurler.
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 Return to Lurler. Come for sure. For her. I got it.
You got it. Okay.
Talk to your lady.
So, I don't know how many of you have gotten to meet Layla and spend time with Layla, or been served at a particular kind of bar by Layla, or have just like seen Layla doing stuff at events, being Layla. But isn't she a pleasure? Isn't she a joy?
A defense against the mortal sin of despair, progeny of the knightly virtue of hope. Joy both brightens and strengthens the spirit. Among those people, known to the noble principality of the summit, some stand boldly above their fellows, bringing optimism, good company, and joy to all who are fortunate enough to share their company. In recognition of such fair virtue do we, Amalric Z, Alpine Coronet, bestow the joy of the summits to Layla of Mountain's Edge. Henceforth, let it be known that Layla of Mountain's Edge has been recognized as being resplendent in the fortifying virtue of joy, and will be known throughout the land by their uplifting spirit and welcoming smile. For the newest recipient of the joy of the summits, a joyous noise!
Scroll, which was done by Janara Winsford.
Their Highnesses command the presence of their subject, Ayla Roth.
Command. Whoops, right. Command issued. Handoff was successful. Hi.
This land is the principality of the summit,
Like a
a domain defined by the towering peaks that reveal the bones of the land. There is not one chain of this land from which one cannot view these summits. As is in the earth and the stone of these lands, so are we blessed in its people. For these are the subjects of this land, who stand tall and proud as any mountain. These persons have borne this principality on their backs, giving it strength and form. Moreover, we look to them as to a mountain to inspire our hearts and embody our goals. With those who do form the foundation of this Order of the Summit, please gather before the thrones.
You know, you hear this a lot in courts from people wearing hats up on the stage, and I didn't mean to cry. Well, I never do, but this time you got me. There is, you want to say stuff?
We have words.
We have
prepared.
words prepared.
By
I'll
the
be shutting
order.
up now. So
This is my squire sister. Other people have squire sisters, but they don't have this one. This one's mine.
It's true.
And she is a rock. Okay? So much of what our principality is right now, the beauty, the functionality, continued excellence, the presence and presentation of our royals are the products of these hands. This head, this heart. Yeah, not the other one. Now, my sister uses all of these to navigate the complicated world that we know the SCA can be, you know? And she doesn't hoard that knowledge like some sort of dragon. No, she shares it. But she shares it without overwhelming. She makes very intent choices to not overwhelm. She tries new things. She learns new things. She builds teams and community and fellowship to get that job done. And 6 months later, she does it again. And again. And again. Because the summits needs it because it matters, because she can. That's what makes her a member of this order.
You're here. Witness!
More words.
We all know the symbol of the Order of the Pelican. She already is a pelican, but Ayla gives and gives. They use their time and their energy to benefit the summits more than is really reasonable, honestly understandable, and how she gives 27 hours of work in a 24-hour period to us is unbelievable. There are people I think of as the summits, sorry, Your Majesties, before they are Ontarians. And Ayla is one of those people that is the summits. Ayla is that pelican, but when she pierces her chest, it bleeds blue.
For the newest entrant into the Order of the Summit! Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Adrian, is this you?
Yeah.
Adrian's words.
Thank you.
Thank you for being the example you are. Yes, yes, you can go. You're all dismissed. Thank you.
The Order has their Highnesses leave to depart.
Will the members of retinue come before your princes?
Sorry. We told you could leave. I lied. I'll be doing that a lot more without this on. So. We are doing the words for our.
And so the time has come. We've drawn past these 9 months with a lot of joy, a lot of panic, a lot of patience from all of you with us, a lot of work from the hands of our retinue, and we thank you all for the support that you've provided us during this reign. There is no way that two people can sit thrones without the support of their people, and you are most assuredly our people. So thank you so much for the work that you've done on our behalf, for us personally, and for the principality as a whole. There are no words, but I guess I said a few. There's no way to express the gratitude, really, in my heart for the work that you have all done for us during this time.
Yeah, words good. Good job, guys. I'm bad at this part.
Yeah, she's still helping you.
And that's how good it is. And that's how great you guys work. Keep that in your heart. Store it there forever. Write that down. There it is.
Well, take the scene as example and get lost.
A joyous noise!
It's like a virus. It just spreads. Fine, be that way.
Final.
Oh, look! A giant eagle in the corner!
What?
Oh! Nothing going on. Look!
I
That's your.
Here you go, Bob.
Is that a bear?
With 2 heads.
So, we've expressed our gratitude to our retinue. We've released our retinue. I am not releasing you, but I do want to show in front of all these people my appreciation of you. I said it earlier, there's no way I could have done this reign without you at all.
Yeah, you got your words out of the way already.
You were my inspiration. You're my love. We will continue even though these hats are going to someone else. And I want to give you my Griffin's Paw today to thank you for the work that you put in and for the support that you've given and frankly for the education that you've gotten for this reign and how well you've handled everything during this reign. I love you.
Breaker. And in my part, I will be giving you your very own Summit scrap cup. Here you are. And this is made from the leftover labors of our garb coordinator and tailors and seamsters and all that love. The inspiration that you give me to turn back and inspire you.
You've made a lot of
As my
goats.
friend.
You've made a lot of goats, but this one is the greatest of all time.
For the mutual inspiration of these, your Tlatuca Pipiltin of the summits, a joyous noise. Age to age and season to season, by law and custom, the time has come for the Alpine coronets of the summits to pass on their rule to their successors, their claim proven in battle. Summits, stand in witness as the heirs to the Alpine throne approach. William Joffrey the Rogue, come before their highnesses.
Mighty stable lion and lioness, ardent griffins that rule this land. I come now to call the approach of a mighty man, my son, my pride and joy, who has grown up in Thossadoo School for Boys, becoming graduating member of his class, surviving the fighting pits of Glendupen, rising to summits of Antia. He has been the prince of this land. He has been made a knight of Antian society, and he comes this day to boldly press his claim that he has crushed his enemies, and now is willing to lift them up in friendship as their prince. All who have gathered, I present unto you Ivan Shieldbane.
On the 21st day of September, on Okazaya 59, the Principality of the Summit did hold a coronet tournament in the Shire of Corvaria to determine who would succeed to the coronet and thrones of the summits. Ivan Shieldbane was the victor on the field that day, as he is in court today to press his claim.
Why have you come into our court?
I come to claim what is mine by right.
Do you make this claim only for yourself?
No, without inspiration, I am nothing. I claim it also for my friend and inspiration, Mina de Filia Philippe.
Then let them join you here.
Powerful and like the oak and the myrtle and the pine. Her roots are set deep in the family and her SCA life in the very land she lives on. Like the mountain and the raven, she shelters and serves those within reach. Like the bear and the wolf and the raven, she watches and listens and remembers. No coronet tourney is ever won alone. Behind the fighter is the inspiration. Behind the weapon is the ideal it is wielded for. And for Ivan, that is Mina. So I commend her, Your Highness.
We hear your claims. Do our officers attest that these claims are made in accordance with the laws of our principality?
Master Faradoc McTrawlin McDomingert, Seneschal of the Summits, and Godwin Renaud, Mistress of the Lists, come before their highnesses and testify.
Your Highnesses, upon my oath and duty of my office, I affirm that these two gentles are in good standing in our society, and the law is satisfied to their claim.
Your Highness, upon my oath and duty of my office, I also affirm that their victory in the Cornet lists was achieved within the rules of the lists, and that law is satisfied as to their claim.
You may retire. Thank you. This is well. Who here would second these claims?
I would. I am Antoine Alonso, Tribune of Summons, and I was there on the field in September, and I witnessed Ivan gloriously victorious over everyone else in the tournament. There is my gauge. Come forth and dispute these claims now, or never speak again.
Donella, Heartblood of Briar Oak.
And I, Don Helen, Alpine Scholar, Arts and Sciences Champion of the Summits, attest and affirm the worth of Mina. Does anyone here challenge Mina's right to wear the coronet of the Summits? If so, take up my gauntlet.
And I, William Christopher Devonshire, Captain of Eagles, Champion of the Bow, do attest and affirm the worth of Ivan. Gage, does anybody here challenge Ivan's claim to ascend the thrones of the Summits?
And I, Alejandro Romero, Captain of Cats, and Champion of the Rapier of the Summits, attest and affirm the worth of Ivan and Mina's claim. Any who should challenge it, see me on the field. Does anyone here challenge their right to wear the coronet of the Summits?
And I, Gaius Aurelianus Felix, Bard of the Summits, attest and affirm the worth of Ivan Shieldbane. Does anyone here challenge Ivan Shieldbane's right to wear the coronet of the Summits?
And I, Adriano Fosgrave, Captain of Tigers, Sword of the Mountain, Champion of Cut and Thrust, hereby do attest to Mina's claim. Anybody challenge, pick up this glove that's supposed to be a gauntlet. I didn't forget my kid.
And I, Owen O'Cleary, Summits Hunter, Champion of Thrown Weapons of the Summits, attest and affirm the worth of Ivan's claim. Does anyone here challenge Ivan's claim to wear the coronet of the Summits?
Champions of the Summits, join me in a toast. To Ivan and Nina, our service is yours.
You are all invited to make yourselves comfortable.
We have heard your claims. They are made well and properly. and in accordance with the laws and customs of the summits, and well proclaimed and seconded by the champions of the summits. Therefore, to you, we shall surrender our coronets, thrones, and title. Defender, attend. Champion of the summits, sorry. And champions, please. We call upon you to stand watch over us and witness our heirs rightfully invested as the new coronets of the summits. Upon the day of the tournament, you gave to us our oath that you would assume this station in accordance with the laws of the summits. It is with this oath in our hearts and with these witnesses present that we do give over to your care our coronets.
We have seen you here acknowledged, true heirs to the Griffin coronet. We find your claim is just and lawful. Do you have any obligations that you need to discharge before binding yourselves in the oaths of sovereignty?
So, Your Highnesses, I am guilty to my pelican, from Oldenmore. We have discussed, and in consultation with their majesties, we are choosing to maintain that relationship.
Well and good.
Bring forth the on-tier sword of state. Do you, Ivan and Mina, now swear fealty to Eric and Brynhilder, your undoubted sovereigns, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, and mindful that the honor of the realm and of the principality which you claim springs from your own deeds, do you swear that you will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, so long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Ontir?
I so swear.
And we, for our part, do swear fealty to you. And we promise to protect and defend you and those of your household with all of our power. So long as we remain sovereigns of Ontir.
So say we, Eric, King of Ontir.
Brynhilder, Queen of Ontir.
Swear now an oath to your new populace. Bring forth the Grail of the Summits.
Know that in us, the blood of the Griffin runs true. By its sign and upon its grail, we give our oath to serve and protect the people and the summits of the most of our power. At their hearts, in their crafts, and against all their foes. We shall be their true guardians. We will meet justice, tempered with mercy to all, no matter their station. This we swear, for so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the grail up to the sky. So swear when I, Ivan Shilbane.
And so swear I, Mina.
I had it facing for you. I know you did.
Hardcore.
We bid you rule this land from your head with glory and wisdom.
We bid you rule this land with your heart, with compassion and love for your people.
The necklace is well good, but good though. Harry Matter here. Right, take some of the people.
We bid you.
Oh. No. We bid you rule this land with your arm, to guard it with strength and honor.
We bid you rule this land with your arm, to teach with skill and craft.
Does not. Thus sworn and charged, we have clothed you in the glory of your realm.
Ivan and Mina, always remain mindful that you now bear the virtue of the realm upon your shoulders.
Behold the coronets, by which all may know you as rulers of this, the principality of the summits. Let them be a symbol to you. As their weight rests upon your brow, so do the hopes and aspirations of the populace rest upon your hearts. Receive this burden with a sure and mighty resolve.
I, Amalric Blackheart, do invest you, Ivan Shieldbane, as Prince of the Summits, with the right to wear this coronet and pass it on to your successors. Receive it now, and with it, the principality of the Summits, to care for and rule from this day forward.
I, Z, do invest you, Mina de Filia Philippe, as Princess of the Summits. Accept this coronet and throne, won by Ivan's hand in your love, to hold and to pass on to your successors. Receive it now, and with it, the principality of the Summit, to watch over and rule from this day forth.
Summits, behold Ivan Shieldbane, your undoubted prince, and Mina de Filia Philippe, your undoubted princess. Long live Prince Ivan!
Long live Prince Ivan!
Long live Princess Mina!
Long live Princess Mina!
By this pledge, I affirm that Ivan and Mina are rightful prince and princess of the summits. Faith and truth will I bear to them in all that may concern this realm. So long as they rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So say I, Amalric Blackheart.
So say I, Z.
Gladly we hear you, and in return,
we pledge
to you and your households our advocacy. We will speak for you and yours. We will represent you in this and all other realms. For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
And so say we, Mina, Princess. Get your book here. For Amalric at Z3, cheers! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Joyous Sorry, the cloak is really lovely and it's beautiful, and normally I would wear it at any time. But this dress is like 10 pounds, and I might wither. Lindis to Aquas Grotto, come before their highnesses, bearing with you the Grail of the summits. Anton.
Oh, perfect.
That actually might be better.
Oh, perfect.
Actually, that's brilliant.
Accept now this, the Grail of the summits. Brimming with water from the lake of the Grail. Remembering your promise to nurture the well-being of the principality. To restore the decayed and to maintain that which is restored. That the principality may flourish and prosper. And that the people will be always first in your hearts.
We drink now to the people of the summits.
My finger won't get out.
Without whom there would be no principality to rule.
The Grail is all that we are.
For it takes an artisan to craft it.
A warrior to defend it.
A faithful servant to bear it.
And a noble to drink from it.
Okay, now I'm supposed to drink from it.
Your Highnesses, with this my duties are complete. I give now into your keeping the Grail of the Summits, so that you might name someone of your choosing to bear it during your reign.
We thank you for your service.
The cupbearer is a position not only of a faithful servant, but of an advisor and counsel. We would have Viscount Finn Bainson and Domina Layla of Mountain's Edge take up this grail for the duration of our reign.
Will Antoine of the Long Door, defender of the summits, come now armed with the sword of the summits before the Alpine throne?
Here do I swear by mouth and hand my fealty and true service. Faith and truth will I bear unto you in all that may concern this realm. My shield before you in battle. So long as you rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. Thus the eye becomes Antoine Lalonde.
This oath do we hear and for our part. We pledge to you and your household our protection. We will watch over you and shelter you. We will place ourselves between you and all of your foes. For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
And so say we, Mina, Princess.
Take this sword from our hands and take your place at our side.
Champions of the summits, present themselves before their highnesses.
Somebody was touching the grail.
There we go.
There we go.
We will pledge our skill and services if you have it.
We welcome you to swear your oaths upon the Grail and the summits.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand my fealty and true service. Faith and true service will I bear to you and all that may concern this realm.
Enriching your realm in the skills, mind and hand, keeping all those that harm you
Keeping all foes that would harm you at arrow's length, carrying all attacks upon you,
Enriching your realm in the bardic arts.
Repelling those that would attack you.
Striking true.
Striking true. In conservation of your lands.
so long as you rule the summits. The waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free. So I want to jump out of it.
This oath do we hear and for our part. We pledge to you and your households our protection. We will watch over and shelter you. We will place ourselves between you and all your foes. For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the skies. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
And so say we, Mina, Princess.
Keep your skills at the ready. And please take your places at our sides. Thank you, champions.
Let the royal peers who have in their time received the oaths of the people come forward. Do you now swear by mouth and hand fealty as a peer of Ontir and of the summits? Will you bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, to obey all lawful commands and all that may concern each realm, and being mindful that the honor of Ontir and of the summits, and of the order to which you belong, springs from your own deeds, will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, so long as Ivan and Mina rule the summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Ontir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free.
I so swear.
We hear your oath, and for our part,
We pledge
to you and those of your household, our fealty and aid, to support you in your service, to Ontir, the summits, to the order in which you belong, to protect and defend you and your households, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Ontir or the summits. For one makes himself the other. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, Princess.
Thank you.
Let the knights and masters at arms, the thunderous power of the martial arts, come forward with their swords girded on.
Yeah. There's a lot of real estate.
Do you now swear by mouth and hand fealty as a peer of Ontir and of the summits? Will you bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, to obey all lawful commands and all that may concern this realm, and being mindful that the honor of Ontir, of the summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Will you treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, so long as Ivan and Mina rule the summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Ontir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
We hear your oath, and for our part, we pledge to you and those of our household fealty and aid, to support you and your service, to Ontir, the summits, and the order in which you belong, to protect and defend you and your households, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Ontir or the summits. For one makes himself the other. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, Princess.
Let those masters at arms come forth who would offer a toast to the glory of the Alpine cornet.
Whoa. All right. I have some small memories of the early days of the summits when the Griffin first flew from the peaks and the crater became the Grail. To you I say, your hand won you this list. The inspiration won you the day. You will rule as I know you will, with great heart and great spirit, and know that I will stand as I have for many years now, behind the summits, to support it and to aid it when it needs. To your health, Your Majesties, I owe you a toast as well. I'll deliver that later. Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Colwyn.
Let the companions of the world, the teachers of our artisans and scholars, come forward. Do you now swear by mouth and hand fealty as a peer of Ontir and of the summits? Will you bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, to obey all lawful commands and all that may concern each realm, and being mindful that the honor of Ontir, of the summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Will you treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, so long as Ivan and Mina rule the summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Ontir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I do swear. We hear your oath and for our part. We pledge to you and those of your household our fealty and aid, to support you and your service, to Ontir, the summits, to the order in which you belong, to protect and defend you and your households, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of Ontir or the summits. For one makes himself the other. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Nina.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, please. Now do, Laurel. Yes.
Let the companions of the Pelican, in their beneficence to the realm, come forward.
Hi again, some of you.
Do you now swear by mouth and hand fealty as a peer of Ontir and of the summits? Will you bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, to obey all lawful commands and all that may concern each realm, and being mindful that the honor of Ontir, of the summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Will you treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, so long as Ivan and Mina rule the summits, remain in fealty to the crown of Ontir, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
We hear your oath and for our part. We pledge to you and those of your household our fealty and aid, to support you and your service, to Ontir, the summits, and to the order in which you belong, to protect and defend you and your households, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of on tier or the summits. For one makes themselves the other. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, Princess. Stay ready. Yes, yeah.
Well, if she's trapped.
Let the order of defense, the lightning flash of the martial arts, come forward.
The trick is resting on her. You're not holding it at the end.
Do you now swear by mouth and hand fealty as a peer of on tier and of the summits? Will you bear faith and truth to both crown and coronet, to obey all lawful commands in all that may concern each realm, and being mindful that the honor of on tier, of the summits, and of the order to which you belong springs from your own deeds? Will you treat chivalrously and courteously those of every degree, so long as Ivan and Mina rule the summits, remain in fealty to the crown of on tier, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
We hear your oath and for our part. We pledge to you and those of your household our fealty and aid to support you and your service to on tier, the summits, and to the order in which you belong, to protect and defend you and your households, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of on tier or the summits. For one makes himself the other. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, Princess.
Their Highnesses now call forth their Excellencies of Adiantum, Terra Primaria, and Glenupin.
Doesn't work, it's okay.
Yeah,
I know we have injuries.
Yeah. And we know Stefan is watching, and
Yep.
so
Feel his love.
Yep.
Do you now swear by mouth and hand fealty for your barony? Will you bear service and truth to both crown and coronet, to obey all lawful commands in all that may concern each realm, and being mindful that the harmony of your barony and the honor of both kingdom and principality springs from your own deeds? Will you deal courteously with those of every degree, so long as their highnesses rule the summits, remain in fealty to the crown of on tier, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free?
I so swear.
This oath do we hear and for our part. We pledge to you and your barony our fealty and aid to support you and your service to on tier, the summits, and to your barony, to protect and defend your barony, to place ourselves between you and your foes, be they foes of on tier or the summits. One makes himself the other. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, Princess.
Yeah, do mighty push-ups. Muscles, muscle movement.
Let all the officers of the summits and their deputies come before their highnesses.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Do you swear by mouth and hand your true service in the administration of your office? Do you swear to provide honest counsel to their highnesses, in all that may concern this realm. So long as they rule the summits, the waters of the Grail run clear, and the silver griffin flies free.
I so swear.
This oath do we hear for our part. We pledge to you and your deputies our assistance, guidance, and advocacy. We will support you in your service to the principality and your office for so long as we rule the summits and the high mountains hold the Grail to the sky. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, Princess.
Their Highnesses now call upon those of their retinue who wish to pledge their fealty or service to the coronet of the summit.
Hi, Shamus.
You should just,
Hey, Godwin.
you should just live up here.
By this, please repeat after me. By this pledge, I affirm.
By this pledge, I affirm.
That Ivan and Mina.
That Ivan and Mina.
Princess of the summits.
Our rightful prince and princess of the summits.
Fealty and truth will I bear to them.
Fealty and truth will I bear to them.
In all that may concern this realm.
In all that may concern this realm. So long as they rule the summits.
The waters of the Grail run clear.
The waters of the Grail run clear. And the silver griffin flies free. So say I, return no more.
Gladly we hear you, and in return, we pledge to you and your households our advocacy. We will speak for you and yours. We will represent you in this and all other realms. For so long as we rule the summits, the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, Princess.
Thank you.
Their Highnesses now call upon those of the populace who wish to pledge their fealty or service to the coronet of the summits.
Okay. Oh, we got there. You go. Yeah.
Do I have anybody who wishes to swear service as opposed to fealty? Everybody say, by this pledge I affirm.
By this pledge I affirm.
That
Ivan and Mina.
Prince and Princess of the Summits.
Rightful prince and princess of the summits.
Only who I take it. Fealty and truth will I bear to them.
Fealty and truth will I bear to them.
Only faithful and true service will I bear to them. Faithful and true service will I bear to them. In all that may concern this realm.
In all that may concern this realm.
So long as they rule the summits.
So long as they rule the summits. The waters of the Grail run clear. And the silver griffin flies free. So say I, Mina,
Gladly we hear you, and in return, we pledge to you and your households our advocacy.
We will represent you.
We will represent you in this and all other realms. For so long as we rule the summits, and the high mountains hold the Grail up to the sky. So say we, Ivan Shieldbane, Prince.
So say we, Mina, princess.
Make sure I don't have false.
Summit! We have here witnessed the investiture of Ivan Shieldbane and Mina Defilia Philippe, Prince and Princess of the Summit, and the vows of fealty and service which bind them to the people of their principality. Long live Prince Ivan!
Long live Prince Ivan!
Long live Princess Mina!
Long live Princess Mina!
A joyful noise, Summits!
Let's go. Everybody's here.
Thus begins the first court of Ivan and Mina, Prince and Princess of the Summits. Alejandro Romero, Summit's Captain of Cats, has matters of the Principality and his office for their Alpine Highnesses.
Good morning. I'm supposed to announce something, I believe. Okay. Your Highnesses,
My tenure and service
my tenure and service
as your champion of the rapier
as your champion of rapier
has drawn to an end.
has drawn to an end.
Reluctantly, I must soon vacate
Reluctantly, I must soon vacate
my office as your champion.
my office as your champion.
My final act of service
My final act of service
has been to organize a contest
has been to organize a contest
to select a suitable and worthy successor
to select a suitable and worthy successor
to continue in your service.
to continue in your service.
Here, just outside your court,
Here, just outside your court,
assembled those who would serve you
have I assembled those who would serve you
as your new captain of cats.
as your new captain of cats.
May I present them for your approval?
May I present them for your approval?
Yes, please. Let those who aspire to be captain of cats, Principality of the Summits, champion of the rapier, come forth and present themselves before their Alpine Highnesses.
It's gonna be 0.
Tournament over. Look. Wins my cuteness.
Oh my gosh.
Alejandro, have all here met with your approval to contend to be our new champions. And are they satisfactory to our captain of rapier and our mistress of the list, who is right over there.
And our approval as well. Oh, okay. Well, so Martello, I hope the puppy isn't offhand. Sorry, wrong. You, all of you here assembled know what's expected of you. I am ultimately confident, we are ultimately confident that you will fight fast, you will fight with honor, and let the lightning strike.
The captain of cats has the duty to promote and encourage the skill of rapier combat appropriate to the time of our society, both in time of peace and in time of war, be it in service to the crown or coronet. Let none now put forth their hand who would shirk from this duty. Place your hands upon the grail of the summits.
I hereby swear to abide
I hereby swear to abide
by the rules of the lists and of regular conduct
by the rules of the list and regular conduct
of this kingdom and principality.
of this kingdom and principality.
I swear that should victory be
I swear that should victory be mine,
I will strive with every fiber of my being
to
fulfill the duties of captain of cats
fulfill the duties of captain of cats
for the principality of the summits.
for the principality of the summit.
If victorious,
And if victorious, I shall bind myself in fealty to their Alpine Highnesses.
Please get ready. See you soon.
Then with all dispatch and honor, and at the will of their highnesses, the championship shall begin.
Okay.
So, no, I think we're okay.
I was just gonna have
Hear now the words of Ivan, Prince of the Summits.
I want to say thank you all for going through with our investment here. You know, the oaths, they're long. It's hot, but it is appreciated. These have meaning. When we swear, for example, to accept the coronets, we swear to serve the populace. We are for you here. We are a resource. Please feel free to approach us. One of the themes about our reign that we've been talking about is community. And how do we keep this going? Because since the dark plague years, we've been growing in positivity. And how do we keep us on that rail? So please, never fear. If you need 5 minutes, come and talk. We are open to you all. Thank you.
There being no further business in this court, thus suspends the court of Ivan and Mina, Prince and Princess of the Summits.
Yeah.
Thus concludes the court of Eric and Brynhilda, King and Queen of Antir.
There's the white dress.